Hello YouTube, once again, for the 6th time, due to interruptions. Repeating my first scripting tutorial again. Let's get this show on the road. What you want to do is you want to go to the develop page. Oh my gosh, you guys have no idea. That is so frustrating. Alright, go to your develop page. It should be located up at the top left corner of your Roblox page. Click develop. It'll bring you to a page like this. You might not have any games yet because you probably, if you were brand new to Roblox Studio, then you will not have a game. So what you want to do is you want to click create new place. Once you click that, you will have all these, cool settings and stuff you might want to pay for. Who knows. I just choose base plate, and then you just click create place, but I already have a place created just for this occasion, so I'm going to click edit on it. If you don't have Roblox Studio installed, it will prompt you saying, hey, do you want to install Roblox Studio, blah blah blah, and you'll install Roblox Studio. But it should install along with the Roblox player launcher. Probably not. So ta-da, whatever you inserted, this will open as a camera in a skybox with your terrain or your base plate. And I always choose a flat base plate. Alright, so how you want to get these open? If you do not already have these 5 essential things open, your command line, your output, your properties, and your explorer. That's 4? Oh, that's 4. 4 things open. You're going to want to do that. So it is just essential to any development within the studio. Maybe not so much the command line, but that is important on some occasions. So you want to go to the top left hand corner, and you'll click on the view tab, go to the top left hand corner, and you will see these 2 buttons called explorer and properties, and you just click those and these will pop up. Who knows what they'll be, but I just drag them kind of like this, and it's convenient that way because it's easier just to click something up here and go down to my properties as I just showed up there. So once you do that, you want to also click right here to get output, and your command bar is just simply that little command bar where you can type in any command. My microphone just fell, sorry for that. So yeah, you can type in any command right there. So let's get to the part making and to how to change its color, and that is what this tutorial is going to be about, is how to change a brick's color, and perhaps we'll do transparency too, and make a little flashy, changey brick colory thingy. So I want to go back to home here, and you can just click up here, insert part, to insert a part. But what I prefer to do is I just go to click on workspace, right click on it, go down and click insert part, and I will insert a part right there if you can see it. I'm going to really quick change the color of my base plate. Why didn't that work? There it is. And there, now you can see the part a lot easier. So I'm going to click play up here, and that will spawn my Robloxian, and he will be named player, he or she, whoever you are. That doesn't mean it's broken, that is just how it's going to work. They will be named player. So will they be named player in here? You can't really rename player. I really don't think you can. Yeah, it won't let you because that's how Roblox programs it to do that, which is good that you can't change it. Anyway, let's move that over here. Ta-da! Okay, so there's a brick, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna rename the brick Bob again. And then what we're going to do is we're going to right click Bob, and we're going to go to insert object. Now you have all these fancy objects and things here, great for game making, but you're not going to know how to use all of those, not for a while. So all you need to know right now is how to insert a script. So insert a script, and you'll be prompted with a new page. If you want to switch back to your place, click on that. Don't click the X, it'll close your game. So now you can switch between these 2 tabs. Now you can click the X to exit out of the script, and then you can go back and open it back up. Ta-da! And now when you open up your script, you'll have this first line called print hello world. Just get rid of that. That's not very important. Now what we're going to do is we're going to label what is Bob. Now the computer this is what we're going to do is we're going to tell the computer what this is, what this part is exactly, and what we want to do with it. Because right now the computer doesn't know what to do, otherwise it'd be doing it already, right? So as you can see, there's an error. That's why you want your output. That doesn't matter though. So This was just because I tried to edit my player. As you can see, if I do it again, label edit failed because it's not going to do it. The studio won't allow me. So you go back and do a script. Alright, there's Bob. So literally, if we're going to make a variable, and they can literally be named anything. Almost anything. They can't be named true. Your variables cannot be named false, while, and, or, do, end. You can't name it if. There's another end, and those kind of automatically insert, which is nice, but also annoying. Sometimes if you're doing stuff like this, you can't name it function. You can't name it then. I'm pretty sure that's about majority of them. I'll use them whenever they need to be used. Other than that, it's just kind of hard to think of them at the top of my head. So anyway, those are the names you cannot name a variable. A variable can literally, you can name it cheese. You can name a variable cheese. So cheese can equal 1, 2, 3. That's an integer. Cheese can also equal a string. Cheese can equal cheese. And for strings, you have to put 2 quotations, and inside the quotations your string, because if you don't, you will get something like that. That's an error. Okay, so what does cheese equal exactly? Well, we're not going to name it cheese. We're going to name it Bob because we want to refer to our part named Bob. So what we're going to do is we're going to do script.parent. That is the simplest thing. I recommend going to the Roblox wiki and looking up parenting or the parenting of objects. If you don't know how to get to the Roblox wiki, it's super easy. Just type in Roblox wiki, and ta-da! So you have this stuff. You can click on scripting. It'll take you to this page. I really recommend going here. If you have previous experience with any other programming language, this programming language will be a breeze. Lua is really simple, yet it is actually quite confusing in some cases. But anyway, you'll have in here you'll have tutorials, and you can just click I'll just click tutorials, and now lesson 2, we'll start there. So this is like killing bricks for like obbies and such, and it's teaching you how to place your brick and how this is, you know, teams and everything. Who cares about all that, blah blah blah, but you get the point, you know. So you'll have, let's see if I can find it. Well, who cares about that? Anyway, I'm here to teach you, not Roblox wiki, because this is for the people who do not understand Roblox wiki. So anyway, script.parent, what this means is Bob equals script.parent. So if I have a line of code and then I put Bob, all a variable does is shortening something. Okay, now you can't name a variable 1 equals blah blah, because 1 isn't a variable. 1 is already an integer. Numbers are already integers, so you can't make that a variable. You can't make a string a variable. See, errors. You can't do that. Has to just be a variable. So Bob, blah 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 blah. Okay, so what this means is wherever I put Bob is the same exact thing as putting script.parent. That is the same exact thing. Reason I put Bob is because it's shorter. Now what Bob, alright, so what script.parent means is script.script, it gets the script and the script's parent, or whatever the script is put inside. So .parent is Bob. Bob is the parent of script, like your mother and father are the parents of you. Same thing here. It's a descendant of Bob. Bob is the ascendant of script. If you delete Bob, script goes bye-bye too, and I can show you that right now. So if Bob goes bye-bye, the script goes bye-bye. If I just get rid of the script, just the script goes. And I just copied that. So we will, darn. It's okay, we can redo that. So Bob equals script dot parent. The P in parent has to be capitalized. Script cannot be capitalized. So once that's done, now we're going to change the brick color. So now we're going to do bob.brickColor. I'll explain this in a second. Equals BrickColor.new, not color. Really? No. Bright red. Alright, so bright red. Now you're probably thinking, how do you know what the colors for this are, or for the parts are? Well, that's why you have your properties open. So you can literally scroll over anything and hold your mouse over it, and it will say the name of it. Now you see how there's a capital for B and no capital for red? Well, that's exactly how it has to be for this too. If the E in red was capitalized, I'd have to make the E in red capitalized here too. It has to be spelled exactly the same, caps and everything. Alright, so now what's going to happen if I just enable and disable? If I disable, it basically resets the script and says, hey, to the computer, let's get ready to run this again, or it's ready. The script is ready. Now if I enable, boop, my brick color just changed to red. Ta-da! Now it says down here bright red. But what if we want to make it change colors or change more than once? Well, I'm sure you guys can figure that out. It's super easy. Bob.BrickColor. Make sure there's no spelling errors, or else you'll get an error. And I'll probably throw an error in here and see if you catch it before the output does. Bright blue. You ready? What? It's just bright blue. Well, that's because it turns bright red and then bright blue, but in a fraction of a second. You can't tell. Now, in order to prevent that from happening, you simply put wait, and it does exactly what it implies. But you can't just put wait or else you'll get an error. You have to put a parenthesis, and 0.01 is the lowest wait time you can use. But if you want to actually see it, let's put for a second, or 0.1, you can see 0.1, but we'll do 1 just for, I don't know, it's a second. So, ta-da, it just changed. It goes from red to blue. And now it stays at blue. Now, what if you wanted it to go back to red? Well, there's keywords such as while, true, do, function, all that stuff that I just showed you. Well, that's what we're going to do here. While, so it's while, it's really close to English, in fact. While, true, do. And you need an end. Okay, and for any loop, this is a loop. For any loop, you want a wait. So we're going to actually put 2 waits. So now it's going to wait 1 second, change the brick to red, wait 1 second, change the brick to blue, and end. Okay, so it ends that loop. But, okay, now here's the thing about while true do. While the following, all this stuff is true, while it's true, and you're probably thinking, this is a bad example, while the brick colors are true. I can understand why you don't understand any of that at all. I'll have to show you this in the next tutorial because it's about time to wrap it up. But while the following statements can be met, or while this can happen, it's going to run it over and over and over and over. But you have to have a wait, or else your Roblox Studio will run the loop an infinite amount of times within a fraction of a second, and your Roblox Studio will crash, and you will lose everything, and unless you saved. And to save, you just click, stop, and then you can click the X, and it will prompt you with the save thing, save online. So anyway, now if I play this, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue. And if you want to change the transparency, all you have to do is click on Bob, say, okay, there's transparency, so I know I can change it. Oh, it's still changing. Let's stop the script so it stops changing. Now you can see it stopped changing. Transparency. So let's say Bob.transparency equals. Now you don't do transparency.new because you're not giving it. It's an integer. It's an integer. You just don't put transparency.new, else it will result in an error. You're just changing the number. So change it to the number you want it to be. So it can only go to 1. 0 is opaque. You cannot see through it. 1 is transparent. So we can do 0.1. Let's do 0.5 to make it halfway. And right underneath here, we'll make Bob.transparency. I can type. Okay, and we will make it equal 0. And now if we run this, when it's blue, it'll become transparent. When it's red, it's not. Ta-da! And that is basic, really basic stuff. That is just good if you want to make, let's say, a police siren. But I don't know if you'd use the transparency in it at all. But yeah, so that is basic scripting. That is just how you change your bricks properties. You can do that with anything. Reflectance, it's a number. You can change the name of Bob by bob.name. Bob.name equals, yay. Oh, wait, can't do that. Yay, there we go. And now if I stop that and re-enable it, yay, it's named yay. Hooray. Alright, that's enough of that. So that is the basic scripting tutorial number 1 of how to change your bricks color. Please leave a like and comment and subscribe. That would be great. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next tutorial. Until then, guys.